We are taught that empathy is a superpower. We celebrate those who can read a room or sense a friend's unspoken pain. But for some, this gift feels less like a strength and more like a weight. Why does being emotionally intelligent feel so exhausting? For the hyper-empath, social interaction isn't just connection. It is a form of relentless, involuntary surveillance. This is the intelligence trap. Your brain isn't just observing emotions, it is actively attempting to mirror them. You aren't just listening to words, you are scanning for the tension underneath. Research in trends in cognitive sciences suggests that mirror neuron overactivation is linked to heightened social pain sensitivity. Your brain is essentially running a high-fidelity simulation of everyone else's internal state. This keeps your nervous system in a state of perpetual, taxing readiness. This turns empathy into mandatory emotional labor. It becomes a survival skill where you feel responsible for the emotional temperature of every room you enter. You are constantly working to prevent friction before it even occurs. There is a hidden cognitive tax at play here. Studies in psychological science show a 40% increase in cognitive load when we are forced to process subtle microexpressions. You are performing high-stakes data processing with every glance. You spend your mental energy solving tensions that haven't even been voiced. It is an exhausting cycle of decoding facial twitches and shifts in tone. By the time the conversation ends, your internal battery is already at zero. This transforms your emotional intelligence into a relentless surveillance system. You have become a sensor for collective harmony, often at the direct expense of your own psychological survival. The digital world intensifies this fatigue. We are forced into a perpetual read mode, scanning text and emojis for the emotional cues that are missing. Our brains overwork to fill the gaps left by low-presence communication. This leads to a specific kind of performative empathy burnout. We feel the pressure to respond with the correct emotional tone, even when we are hollowed out. We are performing empathy rather than experiencing it. This constant focus on others triggers a self-abandonment cycle. To maintain collective harmony, you begin to erase your own boundaries. You learn to prioritize the needs of the group over your own internal limits. Even when you feel the need to withdraw, guilt often intervenes. You feel as though turning off your empathy is a moral failing. This prevents the very solitude you need to recover. According to research in personality and individual differences, a direct correlation exists between high empathy and self-abandonment. The more you sense others, the less you feel yourself. Your identity becomes a reflection of the room's needs. The cost is profound. Empathic distress can actually double your risk of emotional exhaustion. It is not just tiredness, it is a fundamental depletion of your capacity to care. To survive, we must shift towards sustainable empathy. This means moving from involuntary reaction to intentional emotional containment. It is about learning to selectively engage rather than being a sponge for everything. We must learn to undertune our nervous systems. Reclaim your emotional intelligence as a tool for growth and connection, rather than a source of constant burnout. You can be aware without being consumed. Here's something most people don't know. The Journal of Traumatic Stress reports that 1 in 3 highly empathetic individuals shows symptoms of compassion fatigue. It is a clinical reality for those who feel the weight of the world too closely. Empathy is meant to be a bridge between people, not a cage for yourself. Protect your energy so that when you do choose to connect, you are doing so from a place of strength, not depletion. Start by setting one small boundary today.